Hello, welcome to Foam Roller Friday. I also like to call it Feel Good Friday. So what you need today is a foam roller. Doesn't matter the size. And if you want, you can also grab some weights. We're gonna start off with this foam roller. Doesn't matter how long it is, but we're gonna put it between the inner thighs. We're gonna squeeze that foam roller a whole lot. As much as you can, bring those legs together. We're already feeling a contraction in the backside of the body. I want you to reach the tailbone towards those heels. It should almost be automatic. And reach those ribs in towards the midline. Relax the shoulders down the back. Maybe even roll them back a few times. And then we'll roll them forward a few times. Let's reach those arms up overhead. And bring them back down. And bring those arms up. And bring those arms down. Again, inhale. Exhale, one more, inhale, exhale. We'll bring those hands to the hips. You're gonna rock up onto the tips of the toes and drop those heels back down. So working that inner thigh, inhale, elevate, and then drop those heels back down. You'll feel an even bigger contraction every time you come up on those toes. What this helps you do is work that medial spiral so we don't sickle out through those ankles. And then we can work on strengthening that inner leg line even further. Now you can do this with or without shoes. I'm working on strengthening my ankles myself and opening up through the foot a little bit more. So that's why I don't have shoes on. And then again, weights are optional. I'm gonna grab those weights and I'm gonna add a bicep curl every time I rock up to the toes and come back down. This might be a little similar to maybe a bar workout that you've done and you put a ball or a block, maybe a yoga block between the legs. You can do that as well. You can always substitute with whatever you have within your reach. Instead of bicep curls, maybe you want to take an overhead press. So squeeze and lift and lower. Work those ribs in towards the midline. Every time you lift up, feel the ribs lift, but also feel them pulling down towards the hips. So feel that opposition work for you to lengthen the whole torso. Lift on up. As you come down, feel that opposition as if the arms are still lifting up. Let's do that again. We push on up, overhead press. And then as we come down, we keep those arms up. One more like that. Push it up, get that box up to the attic. Woo! And then slowly come on down, bring it all down. Nice work. We're gonna turn those legs out now. Squeezing still as much as you can in on that foam roller. Already feeling the inner thighs work here. Now I'm gonna raise my arms up as they lift up onto the toes and come back down. So you're gonna feel this a little bit differently in the calf muscle there. And lift, and lower. And breathe as you squeeze. So all these exercises I'm going to shorten today. You can do them for as long as you need to. Right? As long as you want to feel good on this Friday. As long as you want to work with that foam roller on this Friday. And then you can change that arm variation. Have those palms face forward. Let's do a couple more. Press those arches up over those toes and come back down. I'm gonna bring my legs back to parallel. I'm just gonna take some squats. So I'm just showing you from the sideline here. You can keep the weights at the shoulders. You can bring them in front of you as you press and come back up. Squeezing on that foam roller, not letting it go. Or you might wanna add the arm into it. Right, curl that arm. Little hammer curl, come back up. So what this foam roller between the legs is helping is obviously engaging those inner leg muscles and even those inner ankle line muscles. Coming all the way up that inseam there. Sometimes we're a little weaker there. We roll out, we roll our ankles. It's usually because we're not balanced properly. So we're gonna take a couple other exercises to warm up and put the weights down for a moment. And today we're gonna work a little bit more on stabilization. It's a little bit challenging today. I suggest if you're not really trusting your core today, you're just not sure, right? Every day is different. You might want to be close to a wall or something you could hold on to. We're going to work on stepping up onto the foam roller with one foot and then the other foot and coming back down. So this thing moves, right? So you want to make sure you step. I'm stepping right on the arch of the foot, getting this nice plantar flexion at the top of the foot, nice dorsal flexion at the back of that foot. And then I'm coming up and coming down. It might not always be graceful. Again, have something nearby. Don't want anybody rolling and slipping. Only do this if you feel like you want to do this. Right? Trust yourself with what you've got going today. So you'll step up, looking out in front of you, and come back down. Now, for those Pilates motor ladies that I work with sometimes, or gentlemen, you know how hard it is to just step onto the cylinder when it's anchored. So we're taking those anchors out of it. Unless you have a way to anchor your foam roller, you can definitely go and do that. And then you can do a lot more. We're not doing that in this class. I don't really have a way to anchor my foam roller. Stand awaits would be a great way to do that. Now you want to make sure you switch with that leading leg. You want to make sure you work with the non-dominant leg, because it is going to be harder. Because it's not just about the leg muscles, right? You got to go with your gut, literally. Like that one, for instance. Looking at that focal point, breathing is going to help. You do want to work on trying to linger on the top as long as you can, and calmly and gently coming off. Now, you can add the weights back in, right? Anytime. You can make this what it is for you. Just holding the weights by the side. We're going to be adding that curl. The swinging motion of the arm, so they shouldn't necessarily be swinging, sometimes is a little bit of a distraction from your steadiness. So, right, work that mental game, work that mental toughness. So again, all these exercises, do as much as you want. If you're not really feel like you're getting that stability that you want, then keep working on it until you feel like you get it. The thing with the weights is, I don't want you to drop them on your foot. I want you to be able to reach for that wall or whatever you have nearby you, chair or whatever, in case you feel like you're going to stumble. Don't want anyone flying off, okay? So once you do that, we're going to do some single leg work with this foam roller. We're going to bring our hands onto that foam roller. Steady it, bring those hands as wide as your shoulders. Step back into an inverted V like a downward dog. You want to be able to shift the weight evenly in the hands and feet. So if you feel like that foam roller is sliding, you might want to use a mat or something to ground it. Whatever you need, make yourself safe. Safety first, always. Lift those hips up and back. And then lower down to those knees. Just tap those knees. Lift those hips up and back again. Tap those knees. Hips up and back. Tap those knees. One more, and of course at home you could do 8 more. You could do 20 more, whatever you want. Come back down to those knees. You're going to take that right foot. You're going to bring it onto that foam roller. You're going to bring those hands onto the foam roller. Curl the left toes under. Lift that left leg. Now I want you to really engage that left leg. Pull that left leg up towards the sky. Keep that left hand grounded. Lift that right arm up. Big twist. Bring that right hand down. Step that right foot back. Take a push-up. Chaturanga. Push back up. Downward dog. Come back to those knees. Because this isn't stable, we can't just step that right foot forward. Well, maybe you can, but that's on you. Right foot comes forward, tuck the back toes under, extend that leg, dropping through those hips, still engaging through that core. Left hand stays down, right arm lifts. Bring that right hand back down, step that right foot back, take that push up, and then shift it back, downward dog. Come back through hands and knees. Again, maybe you want to do 8 on either side. Just make sure you do both sides. Bring that left foot up. Lift that back leg. Now, if you're like my friend Chris, and I know you have a yoga block at home, Same thing, you could do this with the block. Your left foot would go into the block. You want to put the right hand on the opposite block. Inhale, twist open. This one isn't necessarily so linear. Okay, roll that chest open as much as you can, as long as that back leg and hip keep working. Hand comes down. Step that left foot back. Take that push up. Shift it up and back, downward dog. Lower through knees. Take another one. Again, at home, you might be taking like 8 more of them. Lift that back leg. Open arm twist. You might just stay here and keep opening that body. If that's what you need, that's what you take. That hand comes down, high plank, take a push up, or maybe you take 8, shift it back down dog. Slowly come back down through hands and knees. Now another thing, and this is also for my friend Chris at home. Again, you can use a yoga block. Foam roller is also going to be great for this. If you're worried about that foam roller moving, the idea is that it's not supposed to. Take your weights and bring one to the front, one to the back. Okay, you're going to come into a downward dog where this foam roller is directly underneath the hips. So find that where you can come into it. So I'm bring my back a little bit. So I've got that foam roller somewhat centered underneath. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm working, what I hear a lot is people have a hard time stepping forward into high lunge from downward dog. They have to take a couple steps, or it's just really hard for them to do, whether it's gaining stability or just strength to get there. Blaming their hip flexors, being too tight, or not being strong enough. This is a great way to practice that. Again, it doesn't have to be a foam roller. You can have a block. If you don't have either of those things, you can have 3 or 4 towels. Just something that's sort of obstructing your path to get that back foot forward. So from Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog, you're gonna lift that right knee high towards your chest. Notice I kind of round my spine. Instead of shifting forward, I'm shifting up. And then I'm gonna step that right foot over that foam roller. And then I'm gonna rise on up, lifted lunge. Equally as important coming back, same idea when you come back. You gotta lift that right leg up and then shoot it back, downward dog. You wanna make sure you do both sides, maybe again, 8 times each side. So we lift that left leg up, we lift up first, and then we bring it forward. From there, we root to rise. Woo! Arms to the skies. Same thing, coming down. My left side's harder, as you probably noticed. Lift it up. Whoop, see, I hit it, and then send it back. That's why I have the weights there. So practice that on both legs. And Chris, if you're watching, that's definitely something that I know you want to work on and practice. So now we've got our biggest challenge coming up. Well, we'll do one more thing and then we'll get our biggest challenge. So something for the back side of the body again. You're going to step your right foot in front of the foam roller and you're going to bring your left toes to the foam roller. So from the front, just showing you I'm in this open stance, right? Just my natural turnout, hips open here. And so my left toes are going to come. I'm going to use the weights. I'm going to work on my triceps. You might have to play with it a few times to see where you need your back foot to be as you roll and extend your back leg. You're going to extend it to the point where you are fully contracting that back leg. And we are working that gluteal fold, and then we're going to pull it back in. So we reach it back and pull it in. It's not a really big movement here. We aren't getting into the lower back. We're just contracting the back side of the body. Extend and bend. Reach. Breathe. Squeeze. Something my friend Bev said the other day that I really liked is when the person made us, they gave us a lot of hip flexion but they didn't necessarily give us a lot of hip extension. This is a great way to work on that. Again, this is also working a whole lot on engaging the back side of the body. You want to make sure you do both sides. So find that turnout, step in front of that foam roller, bring the opposite foot to the foam roller, and reach back, with or without the weight. This is still a balance challenge. I am still challenged very much, especially when my left foot is the supported leg. You'll have to remember to engage that core and contracting and squeezing and breathing. Do that a number of times, you're definitely going to feel something. Okay. I told you we were going to get to that big challenge here. Put my weights down at first to demonstrate, and then I'm going to actually add the weights in. So we practice standing up for a second and stepping down. Now we're going to come up to it and we're going to hold. So I'm going to lead with my dominant leg just to come up that first time. I'm going to get my focal point, so I'm not going to look at you. I'm going to step up on that foam roller. Now I've got that wall nearby, right, if I need to, but I'm going to try not to use it. I'm going to work on standing on that foam roller. Again, I did this also with shoes on, so you do you. It was equally hard. Okay, so get up on it and just work on getting up and on. I'm going to grab my weights for the rest of it. You do not have to add weights. Again, I want you to be as safe as you can. Every time you come up and off, I want you to make sure you switch. So I'm now coming up with my least dominant leg, getting my focal point and coming on up. And then once I come up with the weights, I'm really going to challenge myself. Make sure that you get your balance and your breath first. Then you can work on adding in. Maybe coming into a little squat. And it might just be little. Oh, my legs are shaking. And then slowly coming up. Contracting all those small stabilizer muscles, down and up. Then the next challenge, so do that as many times as you can. Even if you come up like I just did, switching legs each time I come up. Whoop. Come on up. That went too fast. Then maybe the next thing you do is you come into that squat. Perhaps you hold that squat. Don't forget to draw the navel towards the spine. And then you can add a movement with your arms, whether it's a bicep curl or a tricep pullback. Moving the arms is going to add that challenge. Again, mental stability and focus, as well as the physical stability and focus. So I'm going to switch legs again, come up to it one more time. Take any exercise you want, with or without the weights, and have fun with it there. Maybe you can work on getting a little bit lower each and every time. Maybe staying low. See, my legs are shaking. Breathe through it. Slowly come back up. Sometimes the standing up tall is even harder. Then maybe work on changing that gaze straight in front of you. Changing that gaze back down. Shifting the gaze is another way to challenge yourself there. I'm going to put the weights down. Just want to make sure we do a little ab work also. Always want to get it in the abs. You're going to take this foam roller, a little bit different than what we did last week. You're going to still put it on your shins there. Doesn't matter, again, if it's long or not. You're going to roll gently using your core muscles to take you down. Come into that tabletop position. Bring those knees directly over those hips. Bring those ankles in line with those knees. Head, neck, and shoulders lifted. Right, you've got that fist underneath. Fingertips behind the head. You can push your head into your hands, but keep your elbows in that peripheral vision here. And now you're going to kick those feet forward about an inch, and then right back to that tabletop. So we go forward. I'm drawing my navel towards my spine, reaching the ribs in, as well as reaching the hips towards the ribs and vice versa. Now, if the foam roller is moving a lot like that, forward and back, you're not stabilizing a lot. So you want to go forward an inch and back an inch. Try to not let that foam roller move.
That is the challenge, to steady it. And oh, do I feel my core so much more when that foam roller isn't moving. So take as many as you want with that.
Whenever you have the foam roller, it's a good idea to roll something out. That's the whole point, right? So maybe you're working on the glutes, maybe the tops of the legs, backs of the legs, working on those sit bones, roll around till you feel something. You can stay there a little bit and then roll around a little bit more. Now, if you feel something and feels a little bit more like pain than discomfort, staying there on it isn't necessarily going to make it better. So you always want to be careful and try to notice the degree of discomfort that you're at. Now, another little core balance challenge here. Right? We're going to hold on to that foam roller. We're seated on it. We're going to slowly lift one leg. And then we're going to slowly lift that other leg. And we're going to practice lifting those legs. And bring it back down. So lift those legs. Work on that stability. See how long you can keep those legs lifted. And then after you get that breath, that balance, then maybe work on lifting those legs up. I don't know that I'm quite there today. Woo, keep working. Woo. Take it where you need it. Another great thing to do when you're elevated is to come into an open hip stance. I'm sort of creating this Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together, or some people know it as butterfly. By doing this, I'm letting gravity do the work to allow those knees to fall down, open up, and that's the gravity of it is going to open up more through the hips. Just staying there as long as it feels good, as long as it feels right. So that's really all I have for today for Feel Good Friday, Foam Roller Friday. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and we'll be in touch soon. Take care. Have a good weekend.